Well, the Senate Democrats took the country to the brink because the hill they picked is healthcare dollars they say aren't for illegals. Wow. Their own clips literally say otherwise.
President Trump, with his big, beautiful bill, says, let's go back to Obamacare, the funding levels, not including the illegal aliens, not including people that aren't eligible.
Don't get health care, Brian.
Well, they do. There was money put aside for them in Joe Biden's spending levels. This is the most important thing. This is Joe Biden's spending levels. So, in other words, John Thune is saying, hey, OK, if you want to talk about health care, we'll do it. So extend it up until November, and we'll talk about it because it's not up until December. Make it a clean CR. And to your point, Sandra, what he's trying to say is we don't want, what the Republicans are saying is, I don't want anything for Democrats. Let's continue funding at Joe Biden's spending levels. And then the next few weeks leading up to the appropriations bills getting done in the Senate and House, theoretically, we'll have a chance to maybe make a deal. But here's the bigger story, and I think you'll agree with this. The Democrats are outlining what they're going to run on next year, and that's health care. And this is why they're underlying it. So they're grabbing health care and saying this is the problem, when there's other issues that they could look at, but they want to run on the Republicans are taking your health care away, and they're using this as an opportunity. And John Thune, the most logical man in America, says just to extend the CR, and then we'll discuss it in the interim.
All right. Textbook. When pressed on whether Biden-level funding carved out money that indirectly benefits illegal aliens, the response is denial, not receipts. Keep that in your head as you watch what the dim stars say next.
What I'm not going to do is tolerate 4 million uninsured Americans because Donald Trump decided one day that he wants to just make sure that kids are dying because they don't have access to insurance. That's what's not going to happen.
What?
And so if those senators think that we're having a shutdown because of me, they're free to enter my office and negotiate, because what we're not going to do is allow all of millions of people in this country to not be able to afford their insulin and their chemotherapy. So come strike a deal with me if that's what they really think is going on.
AOC tells senators, come to my office. Not come to the negotiating table for Americans, but to her office, while framing the shutdown choice as chemo versus nothing. Here's the problem. When states and federal pools mix, dollars are fungible. If you protect every carve-out except the ones that keep illegals out, you're functionally prioritizing them. Anywho. We're going to go back to D.C., where cameras caught another moment they don't want replayed.
Do Democrats want to prioritize the health care of illegal aliens over a government shutdown? Because if the government does shut down, American
Excuse
employees are going
me,
to be furloughed.
stop it right there. We're not prioritizing. What we're doing is saying simply we want to keep the government open, and we want to work with the Republicans and have a bipartisan agreement to keep this government open, and health care is at the top of our agenda.
But aren't Democrats demanding health care for illegal aliens?
That's right. Democrats are demanding health care for everybody. We want to save lives. We want to make sure that health care is available to those who would die, but having the help of their government.
So you're good with the government shutdown, even if it means giving health care to people who aren't American citizens?
Well, that's what you're pushing on. What you're trying to do is you're standing here and you're trying to make me say that somehow we're going to put non-citizens over Americans. Quit it. Stop it. This is the kind of journalism we don't need.
No, I'm just
You're
asking
divisive.
questions.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no, that's
you're being divisive. No,
No, I'm
please.
not.
You don't need to ask that question. You're just trying to get controversy here. You're not going to get it from me. We want to save health care for all people. Thank you.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Appreciate it.
These people are so condescending. She says, health care is for everybody. When pressed on illegals versus citizens, she dodges it and scolds the question. That's the pattern. Universal slogan and selective outrage. I ain't even got a segue for this next one.
We're rolling the greatest hits on our social media.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the point about giving people who are here illegally health care is not exactly what is in their proposal.
No, it is 100% what their
immigrants
proposal.
who have legal status,
No,
and you're just
Caitlin,
disagreeing
you're
on who's eligible.
No,
I looked at it, actually, because I was curious about your argument yesterday.
You should study the CBO's analysis that they just put out a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw that about the 1.2 million people. You're basically arguing about who has legal status, people who are seeking refuge here or seeking asylum.
No, I'm making sure that we are making sure in our provisions that we signed into law have ensured that health care benefits go only to eligible U.S. citizens. Chuck Schumer's proposal. Federal law was not being enforced. That's the whole point. We had to fine-tune that so that we could strengthen the health care program. That's what we did.
On this,
we're rolling the greatest hits on our.
Read the. Let me point this out. The caption that came with it. Collins giving people who are here illegally health care is not in their proposal, Johnson. It is. I ain't gonna go through the whole thing with y'all all over again like that, but I will say media rushes to fact check Johnson mid-sentence. But notice the fight isn't whether benefits flow. It's a definitional game, right? About status buckets and which pipeline funds them. You know, the audience here is not illegals, right? While the bill text and state programs tell a different budget story. Now, here's how Republicans inside the chamber framed the standoff.
The Schumer shutdown. Unbelievable. 13 times Chuck Schumer has voted for a clean CR. What's that mean? That means this time he's being hypocritical. Once again, making it about President Trump and Republicans, even though he knows deep in his heart that the Schumer shutdown lives again, and that hurts the average American across this country. We're going to have the military without a paycheck. We're going to have people suffering because Chuck Schumer won't do the right thing. The Schumer shutdown.
Scott calls it the Schumer shutdown. 13% clean CR votes, but not when Democrats want leverage on health care. Language now. Ooh. Now, I want you to listen to Schumer himself. Then match his words against his actions, all right?
Okay. Thank you, everybody. And I'm proud to be joined by my colleagues, Senators Durbin, Murray, and Klobuchar. So we see now Republicans are plunging America into a shutdown, rejecting bipartisan talks, pushing a partisan bill, and risking America's health care, worst of all. A few moments ago, Republicans once again rejected Democrats' proposals to avoid a shutdown, fix health care premiums, and spare Americans the calamity of skyrocketing through the roof health care costs. Republicans blocked it again, once again. So now 2 times, Republicans have failed to get enough votes to avoid a shutdown. They've got to sit down and negotiate with Democrats to come to a bill that both parties can support. They didn't do that in the past. Their bill, they call it clean, we call it totally partisan. There was no input from Democrats. Not a single line in their bill had input from Democrats. They never consulted us. Thune didn't consult me. Johnson didn't consult Hakeem. And the bottom line is that we had a partisan bill. You don't pass partisan bills, CR. When I was majority leader, we passed 13 of these bills, not one shutdown. You want to know why? It's because we negotiated with them. They didn't. And that's why they have failed now twice. Now, why do we care so much about them negotiating with us? It's not a point of pride. It's because Americans are hurting with higher costs throughout the country. Some of it's tariffs, some of it's energy costs, some of it's food costs. But one of the main reasons, and the one with the most immediate impact on raising Americans' costs, is skyrocketing costs of health care, all done by the Republicans. We have now learned that the
Schumer says Republicans risk health care. Don't worry. I'm going to translate that for y'all. The translation is pass their package as is, or you're anti-healthcare. That's not negotiation. That's a hostage note with a heart emoji. Now, for the mechanics. What are the actual pipelines they're fighting to reopen? J.D. Vance. Hey, did Moden lay it out?
This is a Democrat talking point. They say we're not actually trying to give health care benefits to illegal aliens, and here's why it's not true. There are two Biden-era programs that explicitly gave the taxpayer health care money to illegal aliens that we turned off when President Trump took over in January. Program number one is there's a lot of emergency health care at hospitals that are provided to illegal aliens. That was funded by the federal government. We turned off that funding because, of course, we want American citizens to benefit from those hospital services, not to be taxed and then to have those hospital services go to illegal aliens. The second of which is the Biden administration gave mass parole to millions upon millions of illegal aliens, and then they simultaneously made those parolees eligible for health care benefits funded by taxpayers. In the One Big Beautiful Bill, President Trump and congressional Republicans turned off that money to health care funding for illegal aliens. The Democrats want to turn it back on. And in their initial proposal, the first thing that they put out to reopen the government, they actually turned that money for health care benefits for illegal aliens back on. So it's not something that we made up. It's not a talking point. It is in the text of the bill that they initially gave to us to reopen the government. It's preposterous for them to run away from it now. But look, let's set that all to the side. Let's open up the government. Let's negotiate on all of these healthcare policy issues. Obviously, we're not going to support healthcare benefits for illegal aliens, but we will work with them to lower healthcare costs for American citizens if they're willing to do so.
Now, Vance lays out the two pipelines, emergency reimbursements and parolee eligibility, turned on under Biden, turned off under Trump, and now Democrats want the taps back on. You're hearing the policy, you're hearing the policy why behind the standoff. Quick palate cleanser, though, because sometimes the meme tells you more about the moment than the press conference. And my God, Trump, he shared yet another one.
It's a disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault. It's a disgusting...
Even Trump's trolling has better production than the Senate floor. Now, I'm going to close it with a blunt summary that your aunt, your barber, and your banker all understand.
Shut it down. Shut it all the way down and blame it on the Democrats because it is their fault. If the government shut down, it is the fault of the Democrats, and Republicans don't cave. Don't fall for the okie doke. President Donald J. Trump, don't fall for the okie doke. Let the government shut down. And you want to know why the Democrats want to shut it down? Because the Republicans are refusing to give free health care to illegal immigrants. They ain't supposed to be here any damn way. Free health care, Americans don't even get free health care. So why in the world do y'all want illegal immigrants to get free health care when Americans don't even get free health care? Make it make sense. And so y'all want the American people to suffer because you want illegal immigrants who are going to be deported anyway to get free health care? What? Shut it down. Y'all, I do believe it's going to get shut down because the Democrats don't care about the American people. Kalshi is right. It's a 92% chance right now. Actually, I would say it's about 100% chance because I will bet on the Democrats to not do what is right for the American people, so the government is going to shut down because the Democrats don't give a damn, but y'all don't fall for the okie doke. Don't even fall for it. Do you get free health care? So why in the world are they fighting for illegal immigrants to get free health care? Why? Why? It don't make no sense, do it? Republicans, don't fall for the okie doke. Don't let them shut it down. Shut it on down. I'll be damned if some illegal immigrants get free health care when people who are from America don't even get free health care. Don't nobody in my family get free health care. Come on, y'all. Make it make sense. The shutdown's going to happen, but blame it on the Democrats. Oh, this 92 is going to 100%. I can guarantee you that because the Democrats don't give a damn about the American people. So we going to see, though. We are going to see. But if it's shut down, blame it on the Democrats. Blame it on them.
Let's strip the jokes away, and, it's pretty simple. America first, borders in first, and enforced. And no shutdown, ransom to rewrite that. Pick a side, all right? Open the government without illegal alien carve-outs, or keep pretending the money fairly only visits blue states. I'm with Americans. I'm with ICE. And if you made it to the end of this video, put Americans first. That way I know. And I can, be like, yeah, shout out to you. Nah, but for real, y'all be safe. Please go check on a friend today. Do I got something in my beard? A little salt and pepper growing up in here, a little bit. Anywho, but y'all be safe. Go check on a friend today. You can quite literally be saving their life. And I really mean that. I know I say it every video, but I seriously mean that, man. Like, don't even watch the next video. Not even for me or anybody. Go call somebody real quick. Tell them you love them, you miss them. Put your ego, pride to the side. You know what I mean? Go and have a conversation. Life is short. And as long as they ain't, took your wife, intentionally tried to cause harm to you or your family, if it was just more of a... talk to them. Seriously, though, man. Keep God first.